The tri-state area is located on the banks of the Colorado River. It's a tourist destination known for water sports, casino gambling, and a beautiful painted desert sky. But that same desert sky that draws tourists from around the United States can also be a bleak and unforgiving place for those experiencing homelessness. You'll find them camping out in tents in the desert, where they rely on the river to provide much needed relief. But it's not enough. Many of our fellow community members are in dire straits, and that's why you're here today. The latest numbers from the point-in-time survey of the homeless population in the tri-state area indicate we have nearly 300 of our brothers and sisters, and often entire families, out there with no place to call home, no place to share a meal, and no place to escape from the unbearable heat. And it can happen to anyone. The loss of a job, the onset of mental or physical challenges, ever-growing debt, or being cut off from a support network. The faces you see could be any one of us. Kenneth Marsh is one of those faces. He's hard to miss with his infectious smile and outgoing personality, even during the worst of times. Right by Ken's side is his best friend and constant companion, a big bulldog named Rafe. Ken is a United States veteran. He left the Navy in 1976 when he experienced a psychological breakdown. He managed to find a home with his mom for a while and worked as a lead mechanic and carpet installer. But when his mother died in 2013, things changed for Ken. That last thread broke, and he found himself lost and alone. He lost his job, could no longer pay the bills, and just like that, Ken became homeless. Ken has been on the street for 5 years now. His first break came when the kindness of a stranger brought Rafe into his life. Caring for Rafe helped him make it through the long days in the cold, with no home, no food, and no hope. Rafe was truly his only source of comfort during those days. And then, Catholic Charities came into his life, and Ken found support, empathy, and love. Our outreach specialist met Ken at the Bullhead City Resource Center, where he and his best friend first arrived in need of help. The team helped him get food, and also food for Rafe, as well as some basic necessities, drinking water, soap, toothpaste, and other hygiene supplies. Next, the team helped find him a primary care physician where he could have a thorough checkup. They worked with Ken to assess his behavioral health needs and get the medication he needs. Ken presented a unique challenge in finding housing. As a veteran, he qualifies for a HUD housing voucher from the Veterans Administration. But finding a place for Ken and his best friend, a breed that is often banned from apartment complexes, has proven difficult. Knowing that Rafe is a major factor in Ken's chances for long-term success, the team found a way to keep them together. Rafe is now qualified as a service dog and is wearing the required vest for identification. Catholic Charities has helped Ken through his ups and downs. His own story continues. The team is hard at work and determined to find Ken a permanent, stable home where he can keep Rafe and feel safe. While Ken's story is unique, homelessness and serious mental illnesses are all too common, and that's why Catholic Charities is here. For 85 years, Catholic Charities has been helping those in need in 7 counties throughout Arizona, including right here in the tri-state area. And we are ready to help even more for our brothers and sisters in our community. But we can't do it without you. Your generosity provides water for those camping out in the heat. It provides much needed hygiene products for those without resources. It provides food for the hungry, clothing to shield from the elements, and support from our team members who are on the ground in the desert, providing crucial outreach to folks just like Ken. Thanks to a generous donation from the BHHS Legacy Foundation, Catholic Charities is proud to begin the development of the new Bullhead City Homeless Shelter and Day Center. The center will fill a critical gap by offering emergency shelter for individuals and families. But beyond that, the center will help out our fellow community members get back on a permanent path to sustainability throughout workforce development, assistance with food, utilities, and permanent housing, even financial education. Catholic Charities plans to help those in the tri-state area regain their lives and build a brighter future. Opening in 2019, the 10,000 square foot shelter and day center will serve anyone, no matter race, religion, or ethnicity. In the tri-state area, anyone who needs help, the shelter will be an oasis in the desert and can make the difference between life and death. So take a look at the faces you see here. With your generosity, Catholic Charities can bring them out of the desert. We can work as a community to improve the lives of our fellow community members. So please, do what you can to help us in the fight to improve lives and end homelessness.